You've seen AI that writes emails, creates images, but what if AI could read your competitor's mind or predict a market crash before it happens? Welcome back to QVM. I've spent weeks testing 5 AI tools that don't just automate tasks. They give you a pre-crime report on business, relationships, and even human behavior. One of these tools predicted a market trend 2 weeks before it happened, and another analyzed personality so accurately, it felt like digital psychology profiling. Now, I need to be honest with you. Some of these tools operate in ethical gray areas. Major corporations are using them for competitive intelligence and behavioral prediction in ways that would surprise you. The question isn't whether this technology exists, it's whether you know about it before your competitors do. What I'm about to show you will change how you think about AI forever, and we're starting with the most controversial one. Tool number 1, Crayon Corporate Intelligence. This first tool essentially gives you legal corporate espionage. Crayon monitors your competitors' every move, website changes, hiring patterns, product launches, pricing shifts, and predicts their next strategy before they announce it. Here's how deep this goes. Crayon analyzes job posting language to predict what technologies companies are adopting. It monitors patent filings, social media sentiment, and hiring velocity to build comprehensive intelligence profiles. I tested this by monitoring a competitor in my niche. 3 weeks ago, Crayon detected unusual job postings for video editors with motion graphics experience. It flagged infrastructure changes and increased social media activity around course creation. The pattern analysis predicted they were launching an educational product within 30 days. 2 weeks later, they announced exactly what Crayon predicted, a premium video course with animated explainers. But I had 2 weeks to prepare my response strategy while they were still in announcement mode. The business applications are staggering. Marketing teams use Crayon to identify market gaps before competitors fill them. Product teams track feature releases to stay ahead of industry trends. Sales teams monitor competitor pricing changes to adjust strategies in real time. Imagine catching your competitor's product launch 3 months early. That's not a business advantage, it's an unfair advantage. If you're tired of playing catch-up in your market, I've linked Crayon and all these predictive tools in the description. The insights could transform your strategic planning. But this next tool goes deeper than business strategy. It reads human psychology through text. Tool number 2, Receptivity Psychological Profiling. Receptivity analyzes any text, emails, messages, social posts, and creates detailed personality profiles. It identifies psychological traits, emotional states, even predicts behavior patterns with unsettling accuracy. The technology analyzes linguistic patterns that reveal deep personality structures, things like sentence complexity, emotional language frequency, and cognitive processing styles that people aren't consciously aware they're expressing. I ran my own content through it. The analysis was invasive in its precision. It identified my communication style as analytical yet accessible, noted high conscientiousness, and flagged periods of increased stress based on subtle word choice changes over time. I analyzed customer support emails from 6 months. Receptivity identified patterns that predicted which customers would churn, which were potential upsells, and which had genuine technical issues versus user error. The accuracy was remarkable. Customers flagged as high churn risk had a 78% likelihood of canceling within 60 days. Here's the powerful application. Imagine knowing when your best employee is considering leaving before they consciously know it. Receptivity spots early signs of burnout and job search behavior in workplace communications weeks in advance. HR departments using this report 40% better retention rates because they can intervene before talent walks out. If you manage people, the link is below. The insights could save thousands in recruitment costs. But what if you could predict entire market movements with the same precision? ToolNerd 3, Kensho, Market Prediction. Kensho is the AI that major financial institutions use for billion-dollar trading decisions. It analyzes millions of data points, economic indicators, geopolitical events, social sentiment, supply chain disruptions, and predicts market movements with frightening accuracy. While human analysts review dozens of reports weekly, Kensho analyzes millions of data points hourly, identifying correlations impossible for human cognition to detect. I tested it during recent tech sector volatility. Kensho flagged unusual patterns 3 days before a major correction. It detected decreased institutional buying, increased options activity, and social sentiment shifts that preceded the sell-off by 72 hours. During my test, it predicted a 12% correction in a specific tech ETF. The actual result was 11.8% over the predicted time frame. That precision isn't luck, it's superhuman pattern recognition. The implications are staggering. This isn't just market analysis. It's having a crystal ball for economic shifts. But what if you didn't just want to predict markets? What if you wanted to simulate the future of your entire business before making critical decisions? That's where tool number 4 becomes revolutionary, because it lets you test any scenario without risking real money. Tool number 4, AnyLogic Business Simulation. AnyLogic creates digital twins of entire business ecosystems. You input your business model, market conditions, and variables. Then it runs thousands of future scenarios to predict outcomes before you commit resources. I simulated my content strategy for 6 months. I input subscriber growth, engagement patterns, seasonal trends, and algorithm changes. AnyLogic ran 10,000 scenarios and predicted which topics would perform best, optimal posting schedules, and growth patterns. The accuracy was unsettling. It predicted Halloween content would underperform by 23%, Tuesday uploads would outperform Friday by 15%, and subscriber growth would plateau at 50K without strategic pivots. One consulting firm used AnyLogic to simulate a $5 million Southeast Asia expansion. The simulation revealed that currency risks, competition responses, and regulatory delays would make the venture unprofitable for 18 months. The simulation saved them $2 million by identifying hidden risks their traditional analysis missed. That's the power of testing expensive decisions in a risk-free digital environment. If you make strategic business decisions and want to test scenarios before committing resources, AnyLogic could literally save you from expensive mistakes. Link is in the description. But the final tool predicts human behavior itself and raises questions about free will. Tool number 5, Watson Personality Insights. Behavioral prediction. IBM's Watson analyzes communication patterns and predicts future behavior, decision-making tendencies, and relationship outcomes. It's like having psychological profiles for anyone whose writing you can access. Watson was trained on millions of text samples, correlated with validated personality assessments. It identifies linguistic markers that correlate with behavioral tendencies with academic-level precision. I analyzed customer testimonials using Watson. It predicted which customers would become long-term subscribers versus one-time buyers based solely on how they wrote reviews. The accuracy rate was over 80%. Watson isn't just analyzing what people write, it's predicting what they'll do. Customers flagged as high loyalty potential were 4x more likely to purchase additional services. Those identified as price-sensitive buyers consistently chose lowest-cost options. Sales teams report 25% higher close rates when they tailor approaches based on Watson's personality insights. High conscientiousness customers respond to detailed case studies. High openness customers prefer innovative solutions and future benefits. The applications are limitless. Sales optimization, hiring decisions, customer retention. If you work with people and want to understand behavioral patterns that predict future actions, Watson could transform your approach. All links are in the description. Here's what's happening. AI has evolved from automation to prediction. These tools see patterns humans miss and predict outcomes we can't imagine. Corporate intelligence that predicts competitor moves. Psychological profiling that reveals hidden motivations. Market prediction that sees economic shifts days early. Business simulation that tests strategies without risk. Behavioral prediction that knows what people will do before they decide. You now have access to corporate intelligence, psychological profiling, market prediction, business simulation, and behavioral analysis. In a world where some people have predictive AI and others don't, which group do you want to be in? While your competitors react to changes, you'll predict them. While they guess at customer behavior, you'll know it. While they risk money on untested strategies, you'll simulate outcomes first. Next week, I'm revealing AI tools that predict relationship compatibility with 98% accuracy and detect emotional states in real time through facial analysis. We're talking about technology that can analyze a text conversation and predict if a relationship will succeed, or AI that reads emotions from video calls with scientific precision. These make today's tools look basic. Which of these 5 tools shocked you most? Let me know in the comments, and if you want to test any of them, everything is linked below with setup guides and pricing comparisons. Hit subscribe because this is just the beginning of predictive AI, and what's coming next will reshape how we think about the future itself.